If you were to describe the Zoom environment in one word,
what would it be?
Oh.
I mean,
Zoom in one word?
Hello everyone, my name is Greg Toppo. I am a journalism professor at NUQ.
my name is Torsten Menge. I'm an assistant professor in residence at Northwestern University in Qatar.
Hello, my name is João Queiroga. I'm an assistant professor at Northwestern University in Qatar.
I guess for me, the jury is still out on online teaching. I can see that there's a lot of Zoom fatigue. I still don't feel like I'm really able to reach everybody all the time. I do worry that if everything is on this flat screen, people are just going to get exhausted just being on this thing, learning in the same room every day. So I think that has an effect. I think the same old thing is sort of deadening in a way. People need change.
I think one thing in general is obviously the kind of lack of social interaction that comes with, doing your job from home, or teaching from home, or so just not being able to see your friends, or your colleagues and the people you work with, your students. I think that definitely has an impact on me. I think it kind of just we're all social beings, and so I think we need that interaction.
Physically, I've gained quite a little bit of weight. So I think that while physically we're all going through changes, I think that emotionally, has been a very good time of reflection for me to understand who I am as an individual.
I mean, there's some obvious advantages, right? Obviously, you can, you don't have to go to school. Like you can, especially when it's kind of asynchronous work, like you can schedule some of it for yourself.
In a way, there's one advantage of the online space, which is that the chat room on the side, and in a way that's sort of like a nice, the word I'll use is commentary.
And then at the same time, I feel that I'm closer than ever to my students because we're going through something together. And somehow this pandemic has been a bonding experience.
Very first class we had, I had decided ahead of time, okay, I'm gonna play some music. What I'd forgotten is that I had basically handed over the audio to Spotify. So when it came time for me to introduce myself for the very first time to this class, I had no audio. I was sitting there mouthing silently. That was a little embarrassing.
Well, I think every class something happens, so it's difficult to pinpoint one moment. Every time a student talks or turns on their microphone, there's something that happens, whether it's someone singing in the background or a cat meowing or a dog barking. But I think maybe perhaps background noises are always my favorite.
It's gonna be like a dad thing to say, but I'll say it anyway. I think the one word would be opportunity. I've spent the past several weeks making a bunch of videos, which is something I never did before. It's an opportunity for me to understand what a pain it can be to make something look and sound good.
Well, I thought of two words. One is distracting. I feel like there's just so much distraction going on. And then, the second word is exhausting, and I think that just follows from the distracting part. It's just, especially when you're when you're moderating something.
I don't think it would be politically correct, so I'm not gonna say it. Say wow? Is that a word? Yes? Wow, that'll be my word.